Hello ladies and gentlemen, Pokemon Trainer Aidan here, and welcome to my first Pokemon trading card game online video. Today I'll be using a variation of a very popular deck. It uses Darkrai EX with that amazing ability and attack. Dark Cloak, each of your Pokemon has Darkness Energies attached to it, no retreat cost, and Night Spear, 2 Darkness Energies, 1 colourless, 90 damage plus 30 to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Very strong, has been since it was first released, and a card that is often paired with it is Sableye. For that Junk Hunt attack, for 1 Darkness Energy, put 2 item cards from your discard pile into your hand. The main aim with this is really just to power up Darkrai using Dark Patches to attach a Dark Energy from your discard pile to one of your benched Dark Pokemon, and then to do lots of damage with the Night Spear and also with Hypnotoxic Laser paired with the Furbank City Gym. On top of that, instead of just playing Darkness Energies, also playing the Prism Energies, so that with Virizion EX's Verdant Wind ability, Darkrai will not take any status conditions. Very useful, help prevent him being put to sleep by Hypnotoxic Lasers or even just poisoned by them. Also running 3 Muscle Bands to do an extra 20 damage for each attack. Of course, running Startling Megaphone, very useful to get rid of your opponent's tool cards, especially against Garbodor with the Garbotoxin ability. It's absolutely terrible if that gets put out against a Darkrai deck. It shuts off Darkrai's ability, which is one of the main things about the Darkrai EX card. Other supporters, 4 Colress, 3 N, 4 Juniper, and 4 Skylar. Also running 1 Lysander, chance to pick off 1 benched Pokemon. If you need just to knock out 1 extra EX at the end to get the win, you can do that. Also running the Mr. Mime. It's a very popular card when it was first printed. The bench barrier ability prevents all damage done to your bench Pokemon by attacks. It's faded out recently, haven't seen as many decks using them. I still do in a lot of my decks because whilst Darkrai isn't used as much now because we have the Yveltal EX, there is still Xerneas EX with Breakthrough, which does bench damage, and obviously Darkrai is still out there and is quite a potent threat, so I will occasionally still run a Mr. Mime in most of my decks. So other cards help level balls and ultra balls. Also running 1 Professor's Letter, or search for 2 basic energies. Very useful. You can use the Professor's Letter, get out 2 Darkness Energies, Ultra Ball those 2 energies away, and then put them straight back onto your bench using Dark Patches. Very useful. Also running 2 Enhanced Hammers. Very useful particularly against Team Plasma decks to get rid of the opponent's Plasma energies. And generally double colourless energies, rainbow energies, prism energies. Very useful, so 2 of those just to help out. That's it for what the deck looks like. We'll now get into some games. Okay, so we're up against the Dark J Pizzle. No idea what kind of a name that is. I tend to decide not to go first with this deck because I like to start with the Sableye, which I have done. Now we see from my opponent a Darkrai EX and a New EX, and my opening hand wasn't too bad, but I end into one that's not really particularly worse or better. My opponent then also plays the Yveltal to the bench. Might as well play the Hypnotoxic Laser. Might be useful. Actually, I'm not going to play the Ultra Ball, I'll just N and hope I get something decent, which I didn't. Yeah, I do now kind of wish I played that Ultra Ball. Better gone for a Darkrai. As it is, my opponent stays asleep. Got a bit lucky there. Hopefully my opponent won't play Switch. Most decks that have Darkrai's don't bother with Switches because you don't tend to need them. Occasionally somebody might with one or two, just for instances like this. Unfortunately, if I don't get a decent card out or another Pokemon like Darkrai this turn, I'm going to lose. My opponent uses the random receiver and gets a Professor Sycamore, sorry, completely blank there. And okay, Skylar. So Ultra Ball, I will get rid of. It really doesn't matter. Hypnotoxic laser and energy. So I can then just do that. Go for another junk hunt, and I will take back the Dark Patch and Ultra Ball. No need for Hypnotoxic laser, I already have one. And my opponent's Darkrai stays asleep again. I got off a bit lucky there. Now I only got 90 HP left. So if by some miracle I manage to get something useful, I will be able to take it out next turn. My opponent playing a Druddigon. And you quite often see those now since, well, they're very useful. And now my opponent wakes up. I don't get anything particularly useful. I will get out the Mr. Mime since my opponent is clearly playing at Darkrai and is also fully powered. And as I'm not able to knock it out, it really doesn't help me that much for not having it. I don't know, that sentence went somewhere but didn't go anywhere really. Anyway, I'll probably Juniper here. Actually no, I will Ultra Ball first, might as well. And my Virizion's prized, that's a real shame. Let's get another Darkrai out. Then I will Juniper. I put the Prism Energy on there, and may as well Junk Hunt one last time before I get knocked out. And I'll go for Level Ball and the Dark Patch so that I can get another Sableye out next turn. My opponent might not actually keep his Darkrai active, so it won't do him any good because my Sableye is going to get knocked out anyway from the poison. And if he stays active, he's just going to lose his own Darkrai and all his energy is currently in play. And he can't do any damage to my bench. Oh, but he does get the catcher. And then plays a Chorus. I still wouldn't leave the Darkrai active because he's still going to get knocked out going into my turn from the poison. Unless he plays a full heal. Nope, there's an energy switch, so he's definitely going to go into the Evil Troll, which is a shame. But I can take the Darkrai out on the bench with the Night Spear. Might as well get out another Sableye for the usefulness of Sableye. Hypnotoxic laser and get put to sleep. Hopefully now my opponent will stay asleep. I don't really need to use any of my supporters, so I'm probably not going to bother. I'll just go for the Night Spear and the 30 to the Darkrai. And there's my Virizion, that's helpful. But unfortunately my opponent does wake up. I do now next turn need to find a way to... So my opponent benches another Darkrai EX. I do now need to find a way to power up my benched Darkrai. Although if my opponent does decide to sacrifice the Yveltal in order to take out this Darkrai, he will obviously be sacrificing that Yveltal. Or he's going to recycle the double colourless. I'll probably put up the Sableye that's already got the damage on. There's no point putting up a non-damaged one and losing that. I can now do that, and I can Dark Patch, and then do that. Oh no, that's not going to work because I'm still being energy short. Okay, I think I'll leave a Lysander for next turn. I will Junk Hunt the Hypnotoxic Laser and the Dark Patch. So what I have planned is then on my next turn I will use the Lysander to pull out the new EX and use Darkrai's Night Spear and the Hypnotoxic Laser. Night Spear will do 90 damage, the Hypnotoxic Laser with the Verbank up to an extra 30, which will be 120, taking out the new EX. My opponent gets rid of the Verbank, but I have another one in my hand. As long as I don't get hit by an end, I should be able to win next turn. I don't really need the Dark Patch because I have all the Dark Energies in my hand, but it means that I can then add the Dark Energy to another benched Pokemon like my other Darkrai, or the Sableye, either or. Not really sure. Oh, I suppose the only reason my opponent decided to play the Shadow Circle was because it prevents me getting the advantage with the Verbank. However, he doesn't know I've got another one in my hand. My opponent's taking quite a long time to do nothing really. All he's done this turn is put down the new 2 EX. I don't particularly like it when people take a long time like this for seemingly no reason. It's a bit annoying. He can't be struggling to with what to do that much. Oh, and there's a Dark Patch. Probably go onto the Absol. Yep. Along with the double colourless. So that means he's going to attack with the Absol. Might do. Yes. What's he going to go for? He's going to go for Mind Jack or Fearsome Shadow. If he goes for the Fearsome Shadow, at least he'll know that he'll probably lose next turn. It's going for a quick capture, and you've got the heads. This could be unfortunate. This could be very, very unfortunate. Mind Jack 20 plus 20 more for each for my bench Pokemon. Oh, pulls out the Darkrai without any energy, which is why the Dark Patch was important. And then of course do that massive play and finish off the game with a nice Night Spear. And from the prize wheel get an extra 1 coin. It's not brilliant, 1 extra coin, but it'll do. And okay, so that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching. I'll hopefully have some more out later on this week. See you then.